It's a sunny day here at California Speedway as we welcome you to the Shore Shack 500 here in the Nicktoons Racing League, race number 5 of 8. Taylor here alongside Billy Bob and, of course, Larry McDonald's. And guys, when you look at this field, what stands out to you immediately on first glance? What stands out to you?
Well, it's certainly gotta be the 7 car inside the pole position, Taylor.
Yeah, I would say so too.
It's hard to believe, Taylor, that a year ago, Timmy Turner surpassed Mr. Krabs' most wins of all time by winning this event. An event which saw him win via a close photo finish race back to the caution flag. That finish would eventually lead to Brad Carmichael losing his ride at Tuck Carmichael Racing, this 7 car that Ronnie Anne is driving currently in the pole position.
And of course, as we said last week, guys, Tyler Lawmaker made it to where Ronnie Anne can be inside the Blimp Series because of her win in Season 3 in the Rookie Clash, back then known as Rookie Cup Race number 3.
Racing can be weird at times, guys. It can be amazing, incredible, and exciting, but it can also be just plain weird. One of the weirdest things that has happened to the series is about to happen right now, as Ronnie Anne makes her first career Blimp Series start in a car that Brad drove in that race a season and now technically a year ago. And quite possibly the weirdest thing of all, look at who's behind her. It's AJ inside the 2. AJ came second in that race in the Rookie Clash.
Yeah, you want to talk about something even weirder? I mean, come on, she's on the pole. She's on the pole! How is this happening? She's on the pole. This is incredible.
Tuck Carmichael chose her for a reason. Let's see if she's got what it takes here today to win this afternoon against all of these Blimp Series regulars. Let's go and take to our driver picks as you see the starting lineup scroll across your screen.
I'll go ahead and go first. I'm going to be picking Timmy Turner because of his win in season number 3 at this race. We already mentioned that sort of, but I'm going to mention it again. But also because he told me that he believes that this is a race where if he finishes like in a decent position, like 5th, 2nd, 3rd, whatever it is, it actually could decide the title before Homestead even happens. Of course, that's according to him. I feel like probably the weirdest thing we have ever seen in the Nicktoons Racing League has to happen to the 9 car of Jenny Wakeman for this theory that he has to possibly be, well, possible.
Well, speaking of Jenny Wakeman, I'm actually picking her for this event. After her scary accident last season in this event, as well as the near flip she had last race, she's hoping for a far better result today. What better way to get it than by retaking the points lead?
I'm actually gonna go ahead and agree with Billy on this. I'm picking Jenny Wakeman as well to take back her points lead by winning here today.
Before we get started, though, I want to just preface this. We have Ronnie Anne inside the pole. That's amazing, okay? But look at who's next to her. It's Tommy Pickles inside the number 3. No. I think everybody knows what happened last week. Tommy Pickles went back to Talladega after finishing 2nd a season prior and won. How he did it is possibly the most amazing thing. Check this out. This is the big one wreck on the back stretch with 9 car of Jenny Wakeman flipping over. We didn't get a good camera shot of this, but you can literally see Tommy Pickles losing control, nearly hitting the inside wall, but he somehow manages to save it, keep it off the wall, and return back and eventually drives on to win the race last week. Taylor, if he hits that wall, that outcome to that race would be completely different. What an amazing save by Tommy Pickles.
Drivers, start your engines!
As the command has just been issued and the engines will fire, and we will be going
20 laps around California Speedway. Of course, we just mentioned Ronnie Anne getting the pole. In her first career Blimp Series star after the craziness that was what we got before race number 4. The news drop of the rookie class changes with 1 winner instead of 2. And that made it to where Ronnie Anne is able to be a contender in the Blimp Series. I'm going to tell you right now who is the happiest person in this field right now. I mean, Ronnie Anne's pretty close, but you look all the way back here at Tuck Carbuncle, and he's one of the happiest. He's wanted this 7 car to be in the front of this field and to be in this field for a long time, ever since the rookie class, whenever she wrecked out this season. But that all doesn't matter. They're going to put all of that behind them as we're about to go green.
Here, Billy. Oh, here we go.
We're gonna go good old-fashioned California dreaming here today.
As the pace car is about to pull off, and the pace car is off, it's time to go crazy here from California. As the green flag is out, we're underway.
One outside. One outside, still there. One outside, still there at your door. Up top. Still there. Still there. Clear up top. Clear up top. Clear all round. Clear all round. High lane's dropping. High lane's dropping. Low lane coming. 2's on your rear. 2's on your bumper. 2's
Ronnie Anne still leads that huge pack of cars. Now 17 cars instead of 16. But here comes the man who finished second in that rookie clash that she won. AJ inside the 2.
Also, here comes Tommy Pickles. Don't count Tommy Pickles inside of his black Reptar Bars car. Going to the inside of the 2.
This track certainly will be an exciting race, I'm sure. This is going to be quite an exciting race here today. Because all the cars are basically fanning out at this point. We have a few cars being 3 wide and taking a few of them 2 wide. However, we're going to try and focus on the front of the field as much as humanly possible, while also periodically checking back at the back of the pack. Meanwhile, though, coming to lap number 3, we have Ronnie Anne leading by a couple car lengths over the number 3 car of Tommy Pickles. I have a feeling that win that Tommy Pickles had was a huge wake-up call. You know, a lot of people always say, like, oh man, if you win a race, you're going to get a lot of momentum, you're going to get a lot of things. I feel like that's what's going to happen with Tommy Pickles here in this number 3. As, I mean, he literally didn't do anything until he won a race. Yeah, I mean, he didn't really do anything. Exactly. So I feel like that definitely shot a nerve inside of his body, so to speak, to do something here in this series. As Ronnie Anne showing exactly why Tuck Carbuncle picked her, I should say, for that 7 ride. As she is out front here early in this race. Anything can happen, though, Taylor. That's correct. Anything can happen.
I mean, you just have to think a few weeks ago to, Billy, or Larry, sorry.
I'm not Billy, and I'm also not Taylor, okay?
But you also have to think a few weeks ago, Larry, about what happened with the 3 car at Charlotte. And you made the point where it's like, hey, he didn't really do anything. And he had probably the worst luck in this field. Oh my goodness!
There's some tire tracks on the field. We missed a wreck. Oh man, that looked bad. Yeah, there were some tire tracks on the field. I think the caution is currently out. Man, we were too busy focusing on Tommy Pickles. We were bound to miss at least one, folks. We were bound to miss at least one. All right, let's go and take a look and see what happened. Well, this is somehow getting weirder. As here we go. Here's what happened. You're going to see, I think, Lynn Loud inside the 0 come up on the 15 car of Brad Carbuncle. Maybe get him loose. I'm not too sure exactly, but he then slides up the racetrack. into the 24 car of Patrick Star and just goes directly into that wall. And his race car is totaled.
Yeah, that is not a good hit for that race car and for that driver specifically. We were literally just talking about Tuck's decision and his decision to fire Brad and replace him with the 7 of Ronnie Anne. How unfortunate is that?
Commentator's curse. We gave it to him.
Yeah, announcer Jinx. Yeah, announcer Jinx.
We are getting word that Brad is okay after this incident. This hard incident in turn number 1. Oh. It's the beauty of this racetrack with how much action is actually happening around. I mean, we already said it. Like 3 or 4 rows deep, we're going 3 and 2 wide. So you're bound to have missed at least one of these incidents here in this race.
Yeah, it's a hard track to keep track of, guys.
It's a hard track to keep track of. Yeah, good pun there.
Let's here we go. We are going to be restarting here on lap number 9. That's Ronnie Anne, the first timer here in the Nicktoons Racing League Blimp Series, is leading them to the green with Tommy Pickles, last week's winner, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Check that out inside P3.
SpongeBob has not won since the Culp Shake 400 in season number 2, Taylor.
We'll go and certainly keep an eye out for that, Billy. As here we go. Up through the gears they go. We're racing again.
3 low, he's there, still low. You're all clear all around. Clear on the 3 by 2. Clear about by 2. Now dropping down to 1, dropping down to 1.
Certainly a lot of 3 wide action going on here between quite a few of these drivers.
Including AJ, and there's the 20 car of SpongeBob dropping back a little bit.
Yeah, after that incident, we're going to try and focus back on this back of the field. You never know what can happen here.
You certainly never know what can happen here.
Ronnie Anne still leads it. I think Tommy Pickles may have something for the 7, though, but we'll just have to wait and see how that transpires throughout the next few laps. As they go across that huge back straightaway. Kiko trying to fight for a position on the number 2. I believe that's for a 4th position. Meanwhile, Ronnie Anne still leads.
Ronnie Anne is showing, we've already said it before, but she's showing exactly why Tuck picked her. I mean, come on, she is dominating this race. Dominating.
Incredible stuff by Ronnie Anne. She came right out here, and she's like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready for this crazy situation you've thrown me in, and I'm going to show you exactly why you should have just let me in the season to begin with.
Exactly, and I love that. It's awesome.
But you're forgetting who's behind her, Billy. Tommy Pickles inside number 3, who won last race.
Yeah, absolutely, Taylor. I'm not counting him out at all, but I'm just saying how amazing it is that Ronnie Anne is even in this position.
Throughout the field, you're gonna see, here's Jenny Wakeman and Tuck Comical battling side by side. That's pretty interesting. Will Tuck have the position here? I think he will. Yes, heading into the corner of turn number 3 and 4. 3 wide back here between a few drivers. Just a lot of racing around this racetrack.
Oh, you're gonna look at all the rocket here inside the 1. Sizing up the number 3 of Tommy Pickles. Getting right back to that Chevrolet SS bumper.
The street is just breathing down my neck. Just make sure I know where he goes and stuff. Just tell me.
Yeah, 10-4, you got it, Ronnie. Just keep driving your own race, you got this.
AJ trying to pass the 95 of Tuck Carbuncle, but just not really having enough of the room there. Just checking throughout the field. Back marker of Patrick Starr all the way back in last position. He's slow. I think he was, yeah, he was involved in the wreck with Brad Carbuncle, I believe.
And I think Brad Carbuncle is out of this race as well.
I do not see him in this pack. I mean, he was sputtering, so I would imagine he probably didn't get that car fixed. But no matter, as it's the top 3 that we need to focus on now, because look at how close they are. Man, this is gonna be an incredible finish.
Less than 1 now, still behind you, just keep on protecting, Still clear all rounds.
Will Ronnie Anne be able to hold off
The on-charging onslaught of the 3-car of Tommy Pickles? You know Tommy wants to go back-to-back. You know he wants to go back-to-back. It would be so huge if he goes from not winning and not doing anything to going back-to-back. He needs this. He wants this. He feels determined.
He only has a few more laps to do it, as we're coming up on lap number 16 out of 20. Meanwhile, back there, we're going to see Jenny Wakeman taking it 3 wide with a few other drivers.
Oh, man, what a move by Jenny Wakeman.
Good stuff. Great racing all around this track. Oh, here we go. One car of Rocket trying to step out of line, trying to see what happened.
Man, Ronnie Anne just, I guess the too wide, those cars going too wide like that basically made it to where her gap was very much open.
Yeah, it opened up that gap. Huge, very huge, Billy. Here comes the 1 car of Rocket trying to make a move on the 3 car of Tommy Pickles. It's gonna be wide. It's gonna be tight here. Let's see if we can get him down this backstretch.
Into corner
number 3. Into corner entry. Here he goes.
Trying to see if he can do it. Maybe out of corner exit. Man, these cars are so hard to pass in, guys. These cars are so hard to pass in. We're gonna tell you that all season. But these cars are really hard to make passes in.
But that is by design, Billy. All Rocket trying to pass the 3 car of Tommy Pickles as Ronnie Anne sails away.
Girl, you got no pressure. Both cars are side by side still.
Her first start. Her first win, perhaps?
Don't say anything. We're coming to 2 laps to go for Ronnie Anne inside the 7.
Ronnie, the doubters, the haters, the people who thought that a champion driver, a championship winning driver, should not be replaced. Shouldn't ever be replaced. But Tuck Carbuncle wanted him to win last season. He didn't win. He saw Ronnie Anne. He decided to give her the 7 car that Brad Carbuncle drove. And now she's leading this Blimp Series field to a white flag here at California Speedway, as it's the final lap, sponsored by the Trucktropolis Discord. Ronnie Anne by several car lengths. This is gonna feel so so special for this 7 team, for this driver, for this racing team. It's gonna be amazing. All of the protests with Tuck Carbuncle wanting to get the 7 car inside the Blimp Series, it's all gonna come to fruition now.
No pressure from the 1. Bring it home.
As here she comes off of turn number 4. It's gonna be Ronnie Anne winning her first career Blimp Series starts. Unbelievable.
Woo! Hell of a drive, baby. Hell of a drive. Well done.
Thanks.
Auto
Thanks,
Rocket
guys.
will come in
Thank
second.
you so much. You guys did awesome.
I think Tommy Pickles will be in third, matching his car number. And I think Sam Duller will be in fourth, but that is just a loose estimate because I have no idea if they were side by side or not. These cars were side by side everywhere around this racetrack, so I have no idea.
But man, what a win for Ronnie Anne inside the 7 car.
Man, oh man, how awesome was that? From her first Blimp Series start to her first Blimp Series victory, Ronnie Anne leads this field of Blimp Series drivers to the checkered flag as she will win the Shore Shack 500. Second, Auto Rocket. Third, Tommy Pickles. Fourth, Sam Dullard. Fifth, Sheldon Lee. Sixth, SpongeBob SquarePants. Seventh, Kiko. Eighth, AJ. Ninth, Lynn. 10th, Tuck Carbuncle. And 11th, Jenny Wakeman, the person who's in second right now.
The person who's in second? What?
What a topsy-turvy day this has been at California. We have all of the people who have been basically finishing inside of the top dozen. Finishing in positions that give out no points. One of those being a little further down that list. 12th, Carl Weezer. 13th, Twister Rodriguez. And 14th, last season's champion, Timmy Turner, inside the number 10. 15th, Mr. Krabs. 16th, Patrick Starr. He was involved in the accident that Brad Carbuncle was involved, which is below him. But he was retired from that accident in turn number 1. Patrick Starr was able to keep on going, but his car was slow. I think it's actually reading here on the scoring pylon, he was 6 seconds behind the race leader, in accordance to Mr. Krabs, who was about 3 seconds above him, about 3 seconds behind the leader. But regardless, Brad Carbuncle finishes in last. So ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for watching this presentation of the Taylor Top 16 Racing Network. For my partners, Billy Bob, Larry McDonald's, we will see you folks next time. Take care, everybody.